Okay. Khophi.
Yes, Mr. BK.
Usually, I'll be in your seat and you will be in mine.
Well, yes.
For a couple of times, you have been the one who interview me.
Yeah, I think we've done like 2 videos.
Yes, and family easy.
Oh, but I do it. I come to your level, Anna.
And
like for the record, I come to your level because Mekai said 23.3 questions. Abi, the questions were normal.
No, and then now and our Bkaystudios said the questions were.
Oh, it was very fair.
All right. So I'm really excited that we are doing this because it is something that I've wanted to do for a very long time, even though I've not told you, and
yes,
happens to be the very.
By the way, I like your setup here. It's really nice.
Oh, thank you.
I mean, the way you are building, you're actually doing my dream. So.
Oh, how is that even possible?
Yes.
Okay,
Abi, you know.
That makes most of us. Because
Well,
I also want to be like you when I grow up.
And I'm also in the end and not be like you paradox. Anyway,
I tell you.
I like the setup you have here.
Thank you.
Everything looks really nice.
Thank you.
The ambience is.
All right. Okay.
There's a lot of inspiration here. I'll carry for myself there. So.
Yes. Okay. All right. So talking about inspiration, you were a photographer.
Yes, I do photography.
And I cannot believe that. Have a feeling. I should not even use the word believe. Have a feeling that you came into photography because you felt that ubenya to kesie. Because most of photographers in that I know, most of them, and most of the I wanna be photographers, most are inspired by Tokesie. Okay. And what was your inspiration? Is it because of Tokesie?
The truth is, as you say it, the Tokesie you won't last long because.
Okay.
And I don't mean the double meaning of what you're thinking. I mean, won't check. Because
what double meaning?
Let's not go there. But then
No. You brought it up. Double meaning, Ben. You will not last long to Tokesie. Bars.
Well, in any case, the same thing applies to other industries. Like, I'm also a software engineer. So
yes, I know.
When people join the field, with industry, people like that, because of that mentality, they don't last long in the industry. So, obi about photography, the person also thinks, because of ladies and all of that is why they want to join. Typically, it won't go far.
All right. Into Khophi, we shame any catch him say it's not because of ladies. That is why.
That is not part of the reason why I started. Those are. You see,
but now you are not starting. Now you are into the business. Is it part of it?
No,
it's still not part of it.
You see, what in China will think of it as gives you access to
ladies,
but you realize it's
not like that.
Yes, because I'm sure personally people see you and they're like, hey, BK they were Jimana bosso, but but well, me can is true because.
Maybe the idea, viewers. Maybe the idea is true.
No, maybe is true because BK there Ninti. Nobody gets a girl. All the photographers, we are stuck. So I think people, it doesn't matter what industry.
All right.
When people go into any industry with the right reasons, they can
survive them.
They can survive because for me, I'm not in the photography industry because of getting links or anything of that sort. Yeah. It's more of I actually started.
If you say getting links, getting laid, you are not in the business because of
getting laid. That's not the bottom line for me. It's more of I want to capture and document things around me, and that's how come the photography has evolved. At this point, I do different kind of photography.
So you were trending. I think last week was it last week or last 2 weeks?
Yes,
you were trending. Your
Twitter,
pictures were everywhere.
Yes, and I'm glad people liked the images and they retweeted and shared it as much as it did. Yeah. And so, of course, when I take pictures of butterflies and insects, I can't get laid.
I kind of feel like you are the only photographer in that particular niche because I don't know any photographer doing animal photography or what's the name of the nature?
Typically nature photography.
Nature photography.
There are people doing that.
Okay.
Maybe not in Khophi,
in Ghana
in
here.
Ghana here. In Accra, like there are people who do it, I would say properly.
Okay.
And they.
Oh, but I like your shot. Trust me.
Well,
I like the way you were able to, because we see these insects around, we see the butterflies around, we see them, and trust me, and I've been holding camera and come for me to
Get
even
closer
take
to them.
a shot of. But seeing your photograph, I kind of feel like, oh, this is nice.
Yeah, when
this
you get closer
nice.
to them, they look really nice. They are really colorful.
Yeah,
like in the right lighting, in the right.
I went through your catalog. I went through your page and I realized that these are. There was this particular picture that it was good. The two ebuburo mienu,
yes.
And they were.
I recently had someone let me print it for her.
Wow,
like,
it's beautiful.
Yeah,
it's beautiful. Dan, so we should make sure we get that in the studio. It's beautiful. It's very beautiful.
So yeah, there are people doing wildlife, and I have a friend of mine. He's called Bkaystudios.
Okay.
I hope I'm pronouncing the name right. He has this huge lens, and he does bird photography. He travels around to do wildlife, sometimes to Molly Park. So there are people who do it.
Okay.
In Accra who have the experience plus the equipment who do it. It's just that Ghana here, it's not something you would do to make necessarily money from. So if they are doing it, either their target is for the outside market or just as hobby.
Yeah,
so.
but in the capital of Eastern region, I think you are the only photographer doing nature.
That I know of.
Yeah, you are the only.
I've not seen anyone else.
We would have known.
Yes.
We would have seen.
Maybe they are there.
They don't post their works.
I noticed some do take the pictures, but they are not using cameras. They use their phones. So
no, then that is not professional.
Well, yes, there is a huge difference in what you can possibly get from your shots.
Yeah.
Whether I use a phone or an actual camera.
Yeah.
So
yeah. All right. So you are definitely rich. You are rich. You will not deny that. You cannot be in Khophi and be doing nature photography and tell us you are not rich. Some of us have been shooting funeral. You are doing nature photography.
I am the kind of person they describe in memes. They will say your unemployed friend at around 11 a.m. on a Wednesday morning, randomly doing something. I'm the kind of person that, I look like I am rich.
You are rich. You are rich.
Because when I posted some of my shots in one forum recently, one of the guys were like, wait, what? Are you that rich? And I was like, wait, it's just pictures. It has... Because the picture is nice, has no direct, it's not directly proportional to how rich the person is.
But of course, for you to get the output, the results that you are getting, you definitely need good gadgets. And these gadgets are expensive. And for you to be able to purchase them, you have to get
expensive money. Is relative. In my case, I think in the scale of equipment used in capturing wildlife and nature, my setup is the cheapest.
Okay. Your setup is the cheapest.
Yes. The lens, my friend Bkaystudios, his lens is like, his lens alone is like 4 or 5 times my entire setup. Just the lens.
Okay.
So there are levels to it.
All right, guys, long story short, Khophi is rich. The ladies, Khophi is rich. He's one of the rich friends that I have.
Well, I embrace wealth. So I am rich in different forms.
Yeah,
so
we can see
not
the
necessarily
gold. We can see the gold.
These are not gold actually.
No,
they are gold color, not necessarily gold.
Yeah, but that should tell the viewer something that look, black.
Fortunately for me,
black.
I think I am rich.
Khophi's gold. Khophi's gold.
I am rich
on a Wednesday afternoon.
I'm rich in different ways.
Okay, all right, fantastic.
For me, I'm glad. Say one of the things I am mostly grateful for these days is my health.
Okay.
Fortunately, I have good health.
Okay.
As it stands now, so being able to wake up every day and being in good condition.
How many rounds do you go
for?
No, I mean, how many rounds? You know what I mean?
Rounds in terms of stamina.
How many rounds, Khophi?
No,
you said you are healthy. You are healthy.
So you mean rounds are a call? I don't think I'm that good. See, whatever rounds you go, divided by 2.
I was talking about bench.
Bench.
You know, gym. When you get to the gym,
okay.
how many rounds do you go?
No, that one.
Is it bad mind?
You see.
Is
That
it
one
bad mind?
that one we call it reps and sets. We don't call it rounds. Immediately you say rounds, it means bedroom.
What?
It means bedroom.
Oh, really?
Oh, come on, Bk.
Teach me.
Me teach you. Teach you. Oh yes, and reps in it. When I started, I couldn't do as much as I wanted, but now I can. I'm happy with what I can do. I think, say, compared to when I started, I'm relatively fitter than I used to.
And will you pick shredding over being bulk?
I've not been a fan of the big muscles. The bulkiness, you know. Personally, it looks, unless you are going for Mr. Ghana or Mr. World.
But we have guys that are not going for Mr. Ghana and they look bulky around, and you know their presence intimidates some people like us. You know,
but in my case, I want to look proportional to how I am naturally.
Okay.
I just want, first of all, for me, my primary goal is to be fit.
Okay.
And by defining the fit, it means like I need to be able to do certain things easily.
Okay.
For example, I remember I tried playing football some time ago and I almost got a heart attack. And I was like, less than 10 minutes. And so that was a moment for me to realize my heart is not like strong.
Yeah.
So I started going to the gym and me fee gym now I couldn't do even 3 push-ups.
Okay.
But now I can do somewhere like 40 straight.
Whoa. That's good. That's an improvement.
Yes, but then I don't look bulky.
Yeah.
But within me, I feel say I've gained relatively more strength.
With them,
and as bonus, my arm and all of that. Okay. And here's a plot twist to that. Well, not necessarily a plot twist, but then a fun fact. I went on a date one time. Okay. And that's how I got into gym. Okay. And the lady I was on a date with, ended up saying, in a polite way, but ended up saying, I look too skinny. And so I don't know. I don't remember whether I was on a Saturday or so. And Monday, I enrolled in the gym.
But I've never encountered anything like that, where maybe omoka behind my back, but say because I'm interested in a lady and the lady will be like, "Ko gym ni ade." Because
in her case, I think she wasn't necessarily saying "Ko gym,"
but indirectly she was trying to mean
if I put on a little bit, and it's true. Okay. I actually noticed I look better and I feel better, like putting on the strength and the body and all of that.
I think it's not only you. I think a lot of guys actually look better when they start.
There's a friend of mine, Steve Wells. Steve, I met him like a year and a half ago or so. We're still small. Okay. Last week or last 2 weeks, I started seeing his gym videos. Oh boy, this guy now looks proper. Like he looks. And I'm like, hey, now Steve Wells.
I think I have to hit the gym. So I have tried a couple of times and I don't know.
Going to the gym is less of trying to look bulky and more of trying to be fit and not
look
be
good.
Weak.
And look good.
Yes.
Yeah.
So chest chest na
me call gym or Capital View. Bro. Me bra hono me show be bo me see Now the funny thing is, omo my routine. And one say ye kada de ne boso. Yeah. Ye kada de ne boso. And time I make kukuru back na my brain. That time no more increase the idea no. And what I'm saying, and then you was a bad.
Here's the thing, for some of them, we all have different body physique. Okay. The person is already big. Yeah. It's easier for them to put on more muscles and stuff like that. Someone like me, no matter what I do, I may not end up getting that. Yeah. I will have to either take a lot of supplements and hit the gym morning, afternoon. Like, it's not me.
Yeah.
I just want to get a body type
Yeah.
that matches my style, and then just go with that because.
And for me, I admire the shred, the shred kind of look.
Yes, for me, I like it in the sense that if you are shredded, but it matches your body type.
Yeah.
Some end up shredding to the point it looks not proportional.
Yeah. There was this guy on the internet that, on a market and we're being in same, and I'm like, bro,
Yes.
what is? But I think it's content creation, so
Yes.
sometimes I just look at it like that.
Definitely not the kind of look I want.
No.
I don't want.
No.
I want because right now.
Why would I?
My
I was
arms.
going to say something.
My arms, and then I think so. I don't know what they call this place.
Okay.
It looks okay. Where compared to when I started about a year and a half ago, my body now looks nicer to me than it used to be. I was too relatively chingalenge, and so putting on a bit of body mass and all of that.
All right. So I'm coming. So now that you have the body type that you want, that
it's not the best. I'm still
but
working on it.
it's
a process.
Yeah.
Yes.
You are getting laid. You are getting the girls.
Why are you so bent on the laid part?
No, because
I can't compete with you.
Because
I can't.
Initially, you compete with me, bro. I've not hit the gym before.
No, but here's the thing. When someone likes you, whether I hit the gym or not, whether I have a gym body or not, sometimes those excuses, are just excuses. Opewa, masa.
Okay.
Oh, hit a gym, Mr. Ghana, no, also
Ompewa.
Oh, yeah, chingaling saying, not also Opewa.
Intino Khophi. Sisi ana wako akobono. Ana ugusu a obono. You are getting laid.
No.
Nedi asem grade ya abrati. All right, you best ambaso. You are also into software developing?
Yes, that is what I do primarily. So for the past 10 plus years, what pays my bills is software engineering.
All right. So mo name software engineering omo no mo develop apps na use no your phones ne sa nyama no mo yes anyama no ni na and wadwemu ndo a untimi command computer so onye see and I see ebinom cry installing the app after it has been developed is a big problem. Intino Khophi, I kind of like your personality because you are, when it comes to knowledge, you are a go-getter, and I admire that. People can talk about how bad they want to do something, but they don't actually make a move. But you are somebody. I quite remember when I started doing photography, and it got to a point, and then I was having conversation with you, and you were like, you're also coming to this the photography field. I kind of doubt it because I felt like you were already into something, but here we are now. You are extremely good at what you do. You have actually settled in this space to a point that now all we are doing is we are improving. So I commend you on that. You are really good at actually going to get what you want. Intina a basse getting laid. I'm emphasizing on that because I feel like so obey. And by now be a why now.
Getting laid, it has to be laid by the right people.
Okay.
I'm sure you know that. So it's not because and so I'm particular who I get laid with.
Oh, no.
And in my case, the person I get laid with will have to be my wife.
All right,
that's the end goal.
Fantastic. I think that is the advice I have to take from you
yes.
because me a very good person. Me nim de bika.
Which you would have to start learning because saying no actually helps you.
Minim de bika. Minim de bika because odi information am nto nchen as ani enka wodi. All right. So
that's the software is what I've been doing for the longest possible time. Anything I'm not made here along the side and it's mostly what do you call it?
Side hustle be.
Side hustles. Trying new things. And
how long have you been in that space?
The software
development.
So I wrote my first web application in 2012.
Whoa.
So that was, I built it in Django. It's a framework in Python.
Okay.
And that's how it all started. And from there, I've learned different two
programming
different
languages and all that.
Yeah, primarily I use JavaScript and then Python.
Okay.
So those two have been the primary things I've been using for the past. But then I've tried different programming language. Currently, the mobile app now we are working on, I'm using a different programming language called Dart, D-A-R-T. So when it comes to, the thing is, when you become good at one of the programming languages, it's easy to transfer your understanding to another one. Because you just have to understand how they do things in it, and then if you apply yourself enough in it, you would get better in it.
Okay.
So that's 2012 that's is when...
2012 to how many years?
That's like 14
years.
Yeah.
Wow. 14 years doing one thing.
Yes.
Imagine
so that's
knowledge.
when I built my first web application. But before then, it was mostly static websites.
Okay.
So HTML, CSS, JavaScript, those kind of things, where creating templates and learning the ways of HTML and those things. And that was where I started somewhere in JHS, Form 2, Form 3. At the time, I would learn on my mobile phone and all of that, sometimes write it on paper. So it goes way back.
So at this point, I want to believe that you can practically build like almost any app you put your mind on.
Yes. The only problem would be, well, I won't say it's a problem, but time factor. So I can, with enough time, I think say any developer can build anything.
Wow.
It's just a matter of how much time you have. So if you are given 1,000 years, you can definitely build something like Facebook or Google or something. But then the only...
Let's hold on down. So give us our lights back. All right, Intino.
So
that is a lot of knowledge within the 14 year challenge.
Yeah,
I was at school.
I've tried different things, and I've tried different solutions, come across different things. Most times, I think it gets to a point you just see a problem and then you figure out like how to solve it immediately. Regarding the school, that's why this year I was part of a training program at Tech Hub. So trying to help some.
But I mean, I that should be a project on your probably a bucket list or something. You have to get a school for yourself, because I think 14 years of acquiring knowledge.
We are in the process of trying to do that. We are working on that. The verifying thing now we were doing.
Sure.
So that was the verifying study. Was for students to prepare for exams.
Okay.
But then there is the verifying academy side, which is a platform where teachers can load content. Okay. That's where I was doing the photography course.
Okay.
So that is like early stages of what could expand to maybe teaching, programming, and all of that.
All right. Yeah. All right. Fantastic. What kind of music genres do you listen to?
There is...
Before that, who is your favorite artist when it comes to music? Like your all time, your goal.
All time. All time. I will still have to break it down into maybe beats, voice, and all those things. So because all time usually doesn't run across. Somebody can be good for something, but then. In terms of voice, Adele. Really like.
Adele is good.
Adele
is good.
And the reason I'm saying Adele is because, we are
you are friends.
Debbie, our generation. So more like we are in the same generation.
Okay.
But if we are going back in time, Celine Dion will be on the list.
Okay.
So
you that is voice when we are actually bringing voice in the conversation up.
When it comes to the sound, and I consider myself, and they call it audiophile or something. Someone who is obsessed about the quality of sound.
Sound.
That's how come my headset's like
it's Sony.
when I'm listening to sound, I want to listen to the best of sound possible.
Okay.
And I do believe, say, sound engineers put so much work in the sound quality to the point, say, top 5 CDs, headphone, out here anymore. Personally, I find it insulting to the engineers.
To the point that because you will not be able to get Khophi,
Yes.
but let me pick this call.
You see.
Yeah, hello?
You can keep it rolling. No, keep it rolling. Yeah.
Yes. What's the debut? You was set no frame into my pick your call no crowd was set. Okay. No, I think right here. Intino, oh, here is see, or person me here who you mamma is see, and I say, me choose dear. Okay, all right. No problem. Danso.
Yeah, possible for the moment. Just 5 minutes.
Yeah. Oh, it's just from phone number. We were talking about the music, so Adele, Celine Dion.
Yes, for voice. When it comes to the sound, like I was saying, the quality matters to me, and I think say people who buy those cheap headphones, are kind of insulting the sound engineers because the kind of board we use and
the drum boy.
Yes, and when you are able to hear the various instruments used in a song, you appreciate the engineering quality and all of that. Okay. When it comes to the sound, this guy, they call him Alan Walker.
Yeah.
He's
the one who made that. I was about to sing it, but the sound.
Where are you now?
Nah, where are you?
Yes, that guy.
Yeah, it was good.
His sound is really good. There is another producer whose sound, Adele.
Okay.
Whoever produces her songs, if you listen to the song, the ingredients of the song, the sound.
You mean the instrumentals?
The sound engineering, it's so peak quality to the point, and I've had the time to like sit quietly
and listen.
The depth of the engineering is so, and it doesn't not only just Adele, but then Taylor Swift.
Okay.
Whoever produces, I don't know who their producers are, but whoever engineers the sound, it's so advanced that I feel say, if you're able to listen to those, you would enjoy it more.
Ghana,
in Ghana here, there is I can't think of any Ghana sound specifically.
Okay. Why you don't listen to?
I hardly listen to Ghanaian songs.
Oh,
their songs are not. I don't know. The sound engineering usually isn't. There's this guy, Bkaystudios. There are some sounds he's produced that I really enjoyed, like the engineering of it.
Okay.
But I don't necessarily.
Oh, we have Fortune. We have.
Who is Fortune?
Fortune then. Or produces songs.
I don't know him.
Oh, we have Posiji. Possible. We have a couple of guys.
The only guy I know of is Bkaystudios. And there's that.
Bkaystudios. Bkaystudios don't produce Muje by old songs. Old songs. If I'm
a piano, and then
Amapiano is for
South Africa. Yes.
Yeah.
So those are, and in Nigeria, some more. Is it Afrobeat or something?
Afrobeat. Yeah.
Yes. So those kind of sound, okay. I enjoy it. I'm a piano. I like it.
Okay.
And yeah.
Are you into movies also?
Movies, yes.
Okay.
Anything sci-fi usually is interesting for me,
Okay.
provided the storyline is good. Adventure stuff too, yes. And typically the DC, Marvel kind of thing. So,
all right.
for me, my favorite people think he's a villain, but my favorite character is Thanos. People misunderstand him. I do think
Thanos or baby Zizi,
that's the thing. I do think he had his end goal was correct. The means to the end is what was misunderstood, and maybe the implementation.
But you know, he tried explaining it to every single person, and every single person didn't get him.
Yes, and he mentioned, say, he's the only one who understands it because, for whatever reasons, which, yes, the end result he wanted makes sense.
Yes. But he's willing to sacrifice everything along the way to get that.
He wanted to
but that is basically determination, you know.
Yes,
it's a quality that somebody like him will only have.
Yes, and so I do like it. I think, say, in the movie, he said some of the wisest things. Which I still use one, which is still my favorite.
Which is
reality is often disappointing.
Yeah.
That scene. Yeah. And how was it the lady Gomorrah or something? Yeah, the whole reality thing, wiping away.
I think Gomorrah was her stepdaughter. Was her stepdaughter? No. Was her daughter?
There is one lady near Okun eventually. I don't remember her name. Also, a green sir. Only Gomorrah. Okay. Yes.
The daughter was a stepdaughter. Yeah.
And see that interaction where the whole thing wiped away and then showed how we kind of say reality is often disappointing. I was like, wow. This and that quote for me has been, it's so true. Say sometimes what we hope for is not what happens in reality, and we just get disappointed.
That quote is very profound.
And in that movie, you know, he said a lot of stuff. Like,
if you actually dig into that, you realize that we have people that actually have all the quotes on the website.
Yes,
that,
and this one, I normally there was a scene back or balance, I think, a knife on his finger or so, and I say perfectly balanced as all things should be. He has a way of being poetic with words, and I'm like,
but no deep body.
A minute, Viana.
And when he comes and take away everything.
Oh yes, and yes, I do think, say, the end justifies the means. In his case, his means didn't necessarily make the best sense.
Yeah. But I also feel like we were so attached to the protagonists, like we were attached to the people that he was killing, and that we wanted them to win. We just wanted them to win.
Yes.
But it didn't go our way.
Yes.
So, but if probably we allowed ourselves to at least slide a little bit into his side, we will probably admire what he did.
He became the lone guy in the universe trying to do.
Yes.
Everybody banded against him. But so when it comes to movies, those kind of storylines interest me.
Have you watched what is the recent Puss in Boot?
Yes, the anime. I also love animations. I do. I do love animations, and I think the storylines of some of them are really good.
Animation is my favorite.
I do enjoy them. I do have favorite characters. One of my favorite animations is the Kung Fu Panda series movies.
Of course.
Master Oogway.
The things will blow your mind. But before we even before we even talk about Kung Fu Panda, the reason why I brought the Puss in Boot up is there was this character in Puss in Boot. The death was after Puss.
Okay.
And
is it the fox? The fox. I don't know whether it's a fox or
it's a wolf.
It was a wolf. Okay.
And the things this guy said to Puss. Puss the character was a legendary. He was known by his people, loved by everybody, and through that he messed around and lost almost 6 lives. And then he's left with, I think it's 6. No, it's 9 lives. So he messed around and lost all the 8.
But was left with the last one.
And to come to realization that, oh, fuck it, I only have 1 left.
To actually do something good.
And then death came. And when death came, he didn't even wait for the last life to move.
Yeah.
And then my favorite part is he wanted Puss to know that even though you have one life left, but I am not coming after your life. I am coming because you have fear.
Oh, yeah.
You get it? So the point is not that, of course, we are all going to die.
Yeah.
But the reason why you will probably die early is because you have fear.
Yeah. And so you would end up not even living your best life.
The last life that you were supposed to enjoy, probably summarize everything. Yeah. You will not even have any fun in it because of fear. And that made a whole lot of sense to me. And the other side was when Puss realized that, I'm about to die and I've enjoyed life, but even though it's 9, I still don't want to die because I feel like I didn't use. There was a lot of.
They make the storylines really good, and the way they tell it.
Another one too is Rango, my all-time.
Rango. I've seen clips of it on TikTok, but I've not seen the movie yet.
Rango is a must.
Is it not the lizard with the tilted neck or something?
Anybody, I should say this. Anybody pursuing something in life should watch Rango.
Oh, okay.
Rango changed my perspective.
I'll add it to my.
You should watch it.
Watch list.
And it's. I think it's the only movie that I can watch and not watch the screen, but I can say every single thing they are saying.
Oh, okay.
Because I placed myself in the shoes of the lizard, and I realized that this guy's story is the same as mine. Yeah. And sometimes when you are watching movies and I'm just watching it for watching sake. But when you want to understand the protagonist, when you want to understand the writer's point of view, then you get the story. Then you realize that this guy is not different from what Rango is a must watch. Yeah, is a must watch. I think
I'll add it to my watch list.
Yeah, is a must watch. All right, so coming back to Kung Fu Panda. Kung Fu Panda is
one of my favorite
great franchise,
and I think how they tell the stories usually add up to the whole experience, and it's good the way they do it. Yeah. Kung Fu Panda has been Kung Fu Panda, Penguin, the Madagascar. Yeah. I think there are 4 penguins. Yeah. They do have different quotes in there that it's
Master
nice.
Ugue's quotes.
That guy, and his whole view of life and those kind of things.
One that sticks with me is when this guy went to meet him and
is it Kai?
Kai went
in
to
the spiritual realm.
Yes, and he was like, when will you realize the more you take, the less you have?
That was so profound. So poetic because to him, he was like, he has already selected who the Kung Fu Panda would be. Who the next they call it Kung Fu or Warrior King will be. Yeah. And so he was not the one to stop him. Yeah. But he's busy going around collecting cheese. Yes. When he's not the one to even stop you. So you are even worried about the wrong things.
And he said it profoundly. He said that, look.
So and I do believe, in that fight, if he wanted to win, he could have won. Yeah. He just
needed some rest. I feel like he just wanted to
see in future to realize, there is no point in winning when Kai has already lost. Yes. And I think that was.
And it's funny how he is able to get peace out of everything. Like
inner peace. He's so calm. And you see, I think it comes from.
And it's good they use a tortoise for that.
I mean, he's calm, yeah. But then he's also very powerful. Mm-hmm. But his calmness, I think, comes from understanding. Because personally, I think I am increasingly becoming calmer the more I understand. And it's because when you realize the things around you and understand how they work, you don't necessarily get angry at things because, you know how it works. Yeah. And inner peace is something when one achieves, you become relatively calmer simply because you are either not surprised by how things happen, or you just understand the way things are supposed to be.
I think I understand what you're saying, because for some time now I've been listening to a lot of stoic quotes and a lot of stoic meditation that has helped me, because there's a lot of stuffs in there, things that it has gotten me through a whole lot of things. Even though I am so goal driven and doing that, I understand that all these things are just material world.
Yeah.
But they are necessary on the path, the journey that we are on.
Yes.
Even though they are not as important as the next person to you, because that is a human being, that is life.
Yes.
But I think it's something that one should take upon himself. For example, stoicism, meditation, and all that, so that because there is one stoical that says that if you go outside, if you don't go inside, you go without. If you don't go within, you go without.
Okay.
So that means that anything that you want, if you don't actually assess the thing within, for example, if you're after happiness, if you don't get happiness within, forget about getting happiness outside.
So you have to, they say, happy yourself.
Yes. So you understand these things, and then you realize that, oh, okay, so these are things that was said like probably about 300 years ago, and it still makes sense today. So you take this, and then you are like, okay, fine. Then all these things that I'm after will probably not make sense at the end of the day. But I have to be calm, I have to be cool, because I'm human and I'm here to enjoy
and you see, the thing is, when you are young and they tell you that, sometimes you feel like but when you also get to the point and you look at everything and realize,
they were true all along.
Some of the things we strive for and we become so like we become so worried attached to it's
recently there is one thing that I saw online that made sense to me. I think it was Patrick Evra that's mentioned, but I saw it on somebody's.
Is it a footballer?
Yeah, okay. I saw it on somebody's Facebook page.
That his name is Patrice Evra. Okay, so it's a different person.
No, that is Patrice rather.
Yes.
Oh, I thought it's I always thought it's Patrick.
I think that in French they call it. I don't know.
Patrice. Okay.
I don't know.
But let's say Evra.
Yes, Evra. Yes.
So I saw this on somebody's Facebook page that he made a comment about Cristiano Ronaldo and Messi. Okay. That Cristiano Ronaldo is after a legacy. He wants his legacy to look good. And he missed penalties, and even though we are not taking anything away from Ronaldo, he has done his best. He's one of the greatest footballers we've seen. And on the other hand, Messi is kind of laughing throughout all the game, and he has achieved everything. Like, you understand? So when you are serious with life does not take you serious. Yeah. You understand? Yeah. It comes back to the quote that Thanos mentioned. Said that
reality is often disappointing.
Exactly. So
well, now that you mention, I think the dynamic between Ronaldo and Messi also points out that even if you are not talented, with enough hard work, you can achieve the same. Because
exactly, that is Ronaldo, right?
Yes, I don't think Ronaldo is by default a talented footballer like Messi.
No.
But Ronaldo put in so much hard work to the point that he's risen to the point of Messi.
Yeah.
The way Messi is gliding through football, like
nobody's business.
Yeah, and you could see from the way he plays and everything. Say, Obi to say Ronaldinho. When he's playing football, it's less of football and more of
fun. Fun.
But Ronaldo was the kind who puts in the hard work, which is very admirable.
Wants everything perfectionist.
Yes. It's, sometimes you may not necessarily have the talent, but if you put in the work, you can become as good as somebody who is as talented. Yeah. It does not mean, say, Messi also didn't put in work. He also, put in work. When they are saying how he trains her, it's brutal.
Yeah.
But in both style of playing, you realize, one put in work to become that good. One also worked on the talent he already has to become better than that. Yeah. And then they are all playing. Both sides, I think,
both sides are inspiration.
They are. Yeah. Whether you are talented or you are not, how much work you are willing to put in will translate
determines how far you are going to go. Yeah. All right. All right. So, let's move it from all these European stuffs and football and
you want to come home ground.
Yes, Yembra fee. Khophi, if you are given $1 billion, what are the things that you want to do for this country?
For Ghana?
For Ghana. $1 billion.
My
That's
first
a lot
question
of
would
money.
be that, does Ghana want me to do something for it?
Of course.
No,
of course, Ghana wants you to do something for
That's actually a question. And I think, sir, sometimes we look at around us and be like, oh, somebody, let me go and do this help for someone. But maybe that's not what the person needs.
Khophi, this is a country.
Yes.
Who are you waiting for? Okay.
So
why not person back forth to come and tell you that your person will be my
yes.
Because
I do think, sir, we already have that. So why are we not doing what we want to do?
We already have.
We already have the $1 billion.
No, I'm talking about you as a person. You, Khophi. You.
Sir,
if you have $1 billion, what will you do for the country?
Should I do something?
It's $1 billion.
No, but you see, that's why I keep coming back to the question, sir. Because you can do, there's the saying, say, because you can do it. Because you can do it doesn't mean you should.
You have to do it.
Yes.
In
my case,
$1 billion.
I wouldn't have anything to use the $1 billion for, in the sense that I will probably just spend like maybe $50,000 to $100,000 to get a house, buy a car, and then spend maybe another $50,000 to $100,000 or whatever in some form of an investment that can give me returns on investment on a monthly or yearly basis or something of that sort. Get a property that I can rent out, maybe build an residence apartment, something, and then call it done. The remaining money, I can hand it over to charity or something like that.
Okay, so when you have $1 billion, you take away what you need,
and then
the rest of them
because
you
here's
give it
the
to the
thing.
charity.
They say that he who has been given more is expected from him. So if I have $1 billion, people are going to expect huge expectations from me.
Okay.
So I would only take what I need to set me up for life, and my wife and kids and everything, set them up. The remaining, I hand it over to whoever is
charity also needs.
And in that case, I don't know which charity will go to, but whoever is interested in answering the question of what to do for Ghana, no?
Should take the rest of the money and do it for Ghana.
Whilst I go and sit somewhere on the beach or sip my coconut. See, in this life, we shouldn't attract stress.
No. And a lot of money comes with a lot of stress.
Yes, and people expect you to do things.
But do you know, even that sentence, it takes a deeper mind to understand that.
As in?
That the more you have, the more pressure you get.
Yes.
The less happiness.
Yes.
You actually.
People will drag you in various ways that.
Yeah.
But in my case, I'm not the kind who maybe would want to have the.
Now, so get the light up. Okay, I think we were talking about.
So I think, sir, in my case, if you give me $1 billion, those are my steps. I wouldn't want to be the one responsible for making such decisions. I will just take the part I need to set me and my family up for life, and then offset that burden of $1 billion, whatever remaining of the $1 billion, to somebody else.
Okay.
I don't know. And whoever it goes to, know, I won't even have a say in it. Probably will just make a out statement, say, mewo so and so amount of what money. Do I do with it? Whoever comes forward, consensus agrees on, say, enkono. So when a baby do I met transfer now, go in peace, so that I can go and sit my somewhere, and I don't I don't end up being accountable for how the money is spent and all of that. I'll just set myself up.
But what do you think? What do you think make people want to be greedy when it comes to this money issue? Because we are in a country where our leaders are actually showing us how to be greedy. Like every steps that they are taking, you can see today, you hear money has been spent wrongly. Money has been, disbursed in a way that does not suit the purpose that was actually made when we were going for the money in the first place. And it's kind of, these are the people that are taking higher pay. But at the end of the day, these are the people that are actually, should I use the word stealing?
It's human behavior.
Human behavior. So, but you are here and you are saying that even when you are given $1 billion US, you are going to take amount of portion that is going to suit you and your family, and then you are just going to give the rest out. So, is it somebody will argue and say ABIO Khophi no kasa no embedding the same year, embedding the same like ye huno, and kabana or Las Vegas bochacha.
Well, that wouldn't be me, actually. That wouldn't be me in the sense that maybe, I don't know, but I don't think they say money doesn't change people. It amplifies who they are.
Okay. So
I don't think who I am now is the kind who would want to blow $1 billion on a yacht, plane, whatever. Like,
but
that's not me.
Who you are right now is not having $1 billion US.
Exactly. But then, whatever I have right now, how would that amplify to that level to get?
So
I don't see
what
myself,
you are trying to say is that
I don't see myself fancying those things.
Now you don't fancy those things.
Yes.
Even with what you have, you don't fancy. So that does not mean when the money comes in, you are going to change and become something else.
I don't think
you are the person that
money
will go
would,
after that
would change me to get those things, because all those things that they get, usually it's for a reason.
Yeah.
The yachts they have, the private jets and all of that, it's for a reason. Someone will say, oh, Elon Musk, episode as a businessman, he wants to move from one factory to the other quickly so that I can make business deals. Yeah. I don't have a factory. I don't have to travel anywhere. Okay. So the incentive, so that they can do write-off, tax write-off or something. Okay. If I'm not running the company, if I don't have to do write tax off or whatever, like the reasons behind why
you getting those luxurious stuff.
Yes. So, and any scenario, I have to go that path. If I'm not doing it at the end of the day, I don't see why I would even want to. And what I'm saying is not new. There are many rich people who are really rich, but then you won't see they are rich. Okay. So it's I think it's not something I would. I'm the kind to do that eventually.
All right. So now that we have we get that out of the way, I want us to talk about if somebody is in your position. So, let's say somebody is out of school, SHS, and at the age of 19, and because you are full time, you are a full stack developer. Is that how that is how you call it?
I currently consider myself like a senior software engineer.
Okay, senior software engineer. Yeah. All right.
That's how I consider myself. It doesn't mean I am.
Okay, so what are you?
I am a senior software engineer.
Okay.
Reality is often disappointing. So depending on where I find myself, with my current skills, I might be the junior.
But now,
it's all relative. So yeah.
Now you are a senior software engineer. Yes. So when somebody is looking at you right now and he was like, I want to be, because I know that software engineering pays. So I want to be, even though reality is often disappointing. But if a kid is watching right now and he's like, I want to be a software engineer, I want to be where Khophi is. What are the steps that a person should take?
Okay.
to get to that particular point, because we need to help these kids that are coming, because the
Yeah.
society these days is kind of
Yeah. So, to answer your question,
Yeah.
I think, say, they just need to figure out exactly what they want to become, which in my case, and I think, say, I got to know what I wanted to do as young as possible when I was in junior high school. So,
Okay.
yes, me war form 2. So at a point in time, I lost interest in schooling because it's
You already know what you
what
want
I
to become.
wanted to become, and it didn't necessarily involve academic stuff.
Okay.
So I just started that path and started reading and researching on what I can learn and what not. Nowadays, there are resources that can help you. Just yesterday or 2 days ago, there's this website. It has all the different professions in the software development field, where whichever path you want to go,
Yeah.
when you tap on it, it shows you a diagram of the various details
Wow.
and the resources you can follow. I think, say, I'll share the link with you. You can put it on the screen
Yeah.
for, or maybe in the description or something
Yeah.
for anyone interested. I think the site is called remote.sh, and it's a step-by-step
It's kind of a blueprint.
blueprints are if you want to become a full stack developer, what to do. If you want to become a senior DevOps engineer,
Okay.
what to do. If you want to become a front end
UI,
engineer, UI. So it gives you all the various breakdown, what makes that.
That's nice.
And it's really nice.
Yeah.
And when you click on every part of it now, it shows you the details of resources available, books you can read,
Wow.
websites you can go to. So it's one of those things that at the time we didn't have that. But
Yeah.
if someone is in high school, finished high school, and looking to get into
Software
the
development.
software development, now that's a resource. At least it will give them an idea of how the various pieces may come together, and then, yeah, they can start learning on their own. There are many resources online for learning. There are some schools like Udacity, there is Coursera, there is edX.
YouTube University.
YouTube is there. Sometimes you need guidance and structure to what
Yeah.
you're doing. So, it's if you know someone who can hold your hand and then guide you, except say when you're going for assistance like that, go prepared.
Yeah.
And I always remember the guy I talked about, Steve Wells.
Yeah.
He's become an exceptional mobile app developer.
Okay.
So he's really good, and he learned it on his own. And all he had to do one time was he reached out to me. I was like, "Hey, Rexford, I want to learn how to build mobile apps. How do I go about it?" And I was like, "The industry standard these days is Flutter." He was like, "What is Flutter?" I gave him the link, and that was it. The next time he came back, he was like, "Oh, trying to set it up and all of that." The next time he's like, "Oh, my year something, help me out."
I want you to see it for me.
The next time he's built a mobile app. So
Wow.
he tried working on something for Silverbird Cinemas.
Wow.
And over the months, he's become really good all of a sudden. I'm like,
That is
So-
determination.
whenever he comes to me
The effort
these
you
days
put in.
with, help me out with something like that, I don't have a problem helping him because
Yeah.
he's determined
Yeah.
himself to actually do it. And he didn't necessarily have any solid programming background.
Okay.
It's just the normal computer science,
Online.
ABR, C++,
Oh, okay.
basic stuff, But his level of determination, clearly meant to say, like, he's willing to put in the work.
Yeah.
And he has put in the work. He's become, the app now he's built, he wanted to pitch it for Silverbird. It's really good. Like, really, really good.
I think
app.
usually that is what it's always needed when you are trying to learn something new. Your
People need
determination.
to, and when
Yeah.
you are that determined, if you are being helped, I don't have.
Yeah.
He sends me some of his on the project he's working on. He's added me to review some of his code changes.
Okay.
So, I know I send it. Go and check it up. I run it on my machine. If I see problem, I tell
you
him and
learn,
all of that.
yeah.
Which helping him is not difficult because he knows what he's about.
That is what they say, that if the student is ready, the master will appear. If the student is truly ready, then the master will disappear.
Yes.
So it makes sense, because when you are ready and when you are actually, you want things to done, you get help.
You get the help.
You might not know where it will come from, but you definitely get help.
And that is the mentality that in the current climate we find ourselves in this economy, it's hard for people to concentrate on one thing. So because of stuff. But then to become good at software development and all of that, you need to sit your butt on a chair continuously for a period of time. There is no magic way.
Yes.
Whether you are using AI or you are reading articles, you have to know what is happening.
Read the books, watch the videos. You have to learn.
But that's the thing. You can say this a million times, but for someone who is beginning, they won't. I learned this the hard way. And when I started learning the Python Django, I said, I Stack Overflow, I could be a question. You know what they will do? They post a link pointing to exactly where in the documentation that information is. They don't say anything else. It's a question. Answer now, the is a link going directly to. Kind of answer no is clear. So it happened, I think, a couple of times, and I was like, wait, why don't I just go and read the book itself? The documentation, it was like a 2,000-page documentation.
Okay.
I didn't read it, say me chinababa.
Yeah.
But I read cover to cover to get an overview
of what the book entails, so that when
what the framework is capable of doing. If you want, anytime I come across an issue, I remember say, book no say no, I can't see. I don't know exactly how we did it, but I know I have an idea. Say, BBC is possible. Then I can later go read that portion and understand exactly. Yes. People don't like reading.
Yeah. So basically, what you are trying to say is that you need to put in the work. And you have to start it as soon as possible.
And this applies to not just even the programming. It applies to even photography. Normally, people reach out to me and they're like, "Oh, I want to learn photography." The first question I ask them is, "Do you have a camera?" Because I can teach you all the theory.
Yes,
but if you don't have use a camera to actually do what I'm telling you. And I'm not letting you use my camera, actually.
No.
Because before you use my camera, I have to teach you how to use my camera. I have done certain settings that are specific to my camera. So
Of course. All right, Khophi, I think we definitely have to do a part 2.
Yes.
I am getting tired already.
Yes. The idea here, we will talk forever.
We'll talk because,
anyway, but I like this.
You like it?
Yes, we should do more.
I'm glad you like it. We are going to do a lot of
recording these are fun. Editing them is another thing.
It's another thing.
So get ready to edit them.
Yes.
But when you start editing and then you get the pipeline going, it will be easier.
Yeah, I think I have to get a template that will help. So guys, if you have not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe, and you are still with us. That is more than an hour. We are so much grateful for you to stick in with us. And this is Bkaystudios, and this particular show, I'm still contemplating on the title of the show.
Don't worry, me my own, I didn't have a name. I still don't have a name to date. The one I've been interviewing entrepreneurs and people talking about.
Yeah, but I think I wanted to name Boysgetkeys. Boys have keys. Boys get keys. Because
Keys Day.
Keys Day, something like that. So I'll come up with something. But Charlie, thank you guys for sticking around.
Sure.
That is my camera. Subscribe. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you click on the notification button and then stay around. Sure. Anything, drop in a comment. Let us know how you feel. Let us know what you want us to talk about next. And big shout outs to Khophi. Follow his platform. Khophi, let them know your pages.
I'm basically Khophi online. So for domain, for my Instagram, my TikTok,
everywhere.
Yes.
So if you're a girl and you want his telephone number or WhatsApp number because he's rich, get in touch. I will let you have it.
BK won't put me in trouble. Don't worry. don't listen to him.
All right. Peace out. Oh, this is good.